Tuesday, May 15. Working in teams. It is logical to think that there were times when each of the disciples would have shared their faith on a one-to-one basis, but for the most part we see them in a shared ministry with fellow disciples and being supported by other believers. There is something special about working on an overall plan and receiving support and encouragement from others on the team. The Bible provides us with a blueprint for effective witnessing and evangelism, and it should not surprise us that even today, when God raises up someone for a significant responsibility, He inspires a team to gather around the leader. Consider now Matthew 10, verses 2 through 4. What simple lesson can we learn from this list? Here's the text. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these. First, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the tax collector, James the son of Alphaeus and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. Without question, the early believers worked together in groups. It makes a lot of sense. Besides each one having specific gifts and talents that others don't, there's also protection in numbers. There is a sense of accountability. Others are watching you. Others can help guide you. Others can help protect you from wandering into directions that tragically might lead you astray. A solid team of faithful brothers and sisters, each one looking out for the other, yet all with the common goal of soul winning, presents the ideal way of doing outreach. Consider now Philippians 1, verses 5 through 18. What is there in Paul's commendations to the believers at Philippi that indicates they were engaged in corporate witnessing and evangelism? Here are excerpts from Philippians 1, 3 through 18. I thank my God upon every remembrance of you, always in every prayer of mine, making request for you all with joy, for your fellowship in the gospel from the first day until now, being confident of this very thing, that He who has begun a good work in you will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. Just as it is right for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart, inasmuch as both in my chains and in the defense and confirmation of the gospel, this I pray, that your love may abound still more and more in knowledge and all discernment, that you may be sincere and without offense till the day of Christ, being filled with the fruits of righteousness, which are by Jesus Christ, to the glory and praise of God. Most of the brethren in the Lord, having become confident by my chains, are much more bold to speak the word with fear. In every way Christ is preached, and in this I rejoice, yes, and will rejoice. At the beginning of his letter to the Philippians, Paul speaks of their fellowship in the gospel. They had defended and confirmed the gospel, and had spoken the word of God without fear. He also shares his joy because Christ is continually preached. Remember, Paul is writing to the church, not to individuals. Of course, it would have been individuals who preached Christ, but the fact that Paul commends the church reveals that this evangelistic preaching was a corporate strategy. Eager to witness, have you ever found yourself tempted in ways that being in a group could have protected you from? Why is it important to cultivate an attitude of humility and accountability if you are going to work with others in a group?